and Strong, Sports Page, Gladys, Freedom Tire, Centurion Stone, Who's on First, Bloyer Chiropractic, Ankeny Orthodontics, Game Day Men's Health, Family Wellness Chiropractic, Clay and Cantina, Central Bank, Tropical Smoothie, Ted Sandine Photography, DMAC, and ETS. Thank you so much for your sponsorship, and Centennial fans, please patronize these local businesses.
Like May 2024, I'm ready. So I grew up with like the scouting background. So when it comes to severe weather, me and pool management don't agree on severe weather protocol.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm very used to, thunder, gotta close for 30 minutes and wait till there's no thunder for 30 minutes straight. Or lightning. Otherwise, you gotta restart in 30 minutes.
That's how it used to be. That's how it is at the sports complex just south of here.
Is it the same rule for high school sports too? It's outdoor.
Typically, yeah.
Oh, girl.
Ankeny Centennial High School, where tonight the Urbandale Jayhawks come and visit to take on your Centennial Jaguars. Concession stand is open. It is located back by the ticket booth where you entered. Any purchases made at the concession stand supports our Activities Booster Club, which in turn our student athletes. We thank you
turn
for
on
your
broadcast
support.
on your phone, you'll know.
Restrooms are going to be located just on the right-hand side of the concession stand. So if you're walking back towards the building, just follow the sidewalk, take a right. Restrooms will be located right back there. The ceremonial first pitch coming up, then we'll do starting lineups, national anthem, and we'll get rolling. Give a big round of applause. Our ceremonial first pitch will be thrown by Brandon Lust. Great job, Brandon. One more big round of applause for Brandon Lust. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our starting lineups. First, for the visiting Jayhawks. Batting first, playing center field, Luke Garridos. Batting second, playing second base, Blake Wadsworth. Batting third, the designated hitter, Xander Goodman. Batting fourth, playing right field, Patrick Wilbanks. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, Brody Meckenville. Batting sixth, first baseman, Blake Bullerman. Batting seventh, playing left field, Trajan Dearson. Batting eighth, playing third base, Landon Willoughby. And batting ninth, the catcher, Braden McCraney. On the mound tonight for the Urbandale Jayhawks will be Peyton Stewart. And ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for your Centennial Jaguars. Batting first, playing shortstop, number 1, Isaac Brule. Batting second, playing second base, number 28, Will Nestler. Batting third, playing third base, number 7, Will Morris. In the fourth spot, playing right field, number 24, Cohen Bullwinkle. In batting fifth, playing left field, number 8, Reed Anderson. Playing center field, number 2, Jackson Reed. Batting seventh, designated hitter, number 10, Trey Hauser. Batting eighth, first baseman, number 26, Grant Crowner. And rounding out the batting order, number 16, the catcher, Brecken Miller. Your Jaguars are led led by head coach Mark High with the assistance of Sean Lynham, Drew Prongy, Joe Standoff, Scott Blavitz, Todd Pugh, and Bob Hoy. Hunter Caspers, Scott Mortensen. Managers are Xavier Peters and Will Munter.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them. It's like we got our own special club. Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. Us Days at US Cellular.
We welcome you in to this broadcast on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. As tonight, the Centennial Jaguars welcome in the Jayhawks of Urbandale here for a Central Iowa Metro League Conference showdown. Our starting lineups tonight are delivered to you by Signorama Ankeny, serving the Ankeny area's signage needs.
From the top of the first for the Jayhawks, Luke Caridos, Blake Wadsworth, and Xander Gutman on the mound. On the mound for Centennial.
Colton Arndt on the mound for the Jaguars tonight. So far, he's got excuse me, ERA so far on the season at 2.02. He also hasn't hit a single batter all season on the mound pitching. Jayhawks coming into here with a record of 6-13. Their last win hasn't been since June 4th at Ankeny in Game 2 of a doubleheader that night against the Hawks. Meanwhile, Jaguars coming in here with a record of 13-6. They've won 9 out of their last 11, including a sweep of the 14th-ranked Valley Tigers last Thursday on the road. Up to the
center fielder, number 9, Luke Caridos.
Up to the plate now first for the Jayhawks, Luke Caridos. Batting average on the season of 346 across 52 at-bats. First pitch outside for ball 1. Caridos leading Urbandale with 2 home runs on the season. That second pitch called for strike 1. The 1-1 count for Caridos. That hit is towards center field. It is caught for out 1.
Now batting, second baseman, number 15.
Jackson Reed in center field catching that to get the first out for the Jaguars. Blake Wadsworth up now for the Jayhawks. 182 batting average across 22 at-bats on the season so far. The first pitch to him is outside for ball 1. 1-0 count for Wadsworth. Second pitch called a strike. The 1-1 count. Third pitch swung at for strike 2. 1-2 count, 1 out. And there's strike 3. Out number 2 off the arm of Arndt. Now up to the plate, Alexander Gutman, the designated hitter. 304 batting average across 56 at-bats on the season. First pitch for Gutman fouled off into the netting behind home plate. Second pitch low and in the dirt. 1-1 count. One count for Gutman. That is hit and foul ball out towards right field, just outside of the line. And now 1-2 count for Gutman. Once again for Goodman, here's the pitch. That one called for strike 3 and out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the first. Still scoreless. You're watching Ankeny Centennial, driven by Freedom Tire.
Dear cable internet, I've met someone I can rely on, who moves my speed and is okay with how much I work. I'm sorry, but US Cellular Home Internet and I just have a stronger connection.
Get connected with US Cellular's home internet for just $39.99 when bundled with a wireless plan, plus a 3-year price lock guarantee. US Cellular, built for us.
All the pets in Ankeny can't wait to see us at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Located just south of Uptown, our family-owned and operated practice has yearly plans with monthly pay options. Your dog or cat can get routine and preventative care before you may ever even know they are sick. From dental care to x-rays to our own pharmacy, we love them like our own. Your pets are our pets at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think? Ugh, I love this song so much.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Batting for Centennial. Shortstop, number 1, Isaac Brule.
Welcome back on the Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Isaac Brule up to bat first for the Jaguars with a .306 batting average across 62 so far this season. His first pitch called a strike. Second pitch outside for ball 1. 1-1 count now for Brule. That one is fair and right to the first baseman for out number 1. William Nessler, the second baseman, will now step up to the plate for the Jaguars.
Now batting, second baseman number 28, Will Nessler.
Nessler coming in tonight with the .311 batting average, crossed 45 so far on the season across those 19 games. His first pitch high, and ball 1. Nessler with the 1-0 count. Second pitch called a strike. One count, 1 out for Nessler. That one high for ball 2. Two one count. That one also called the ball. Three balls, 1 strike so far off the arm of Stewart. That is hit over toward the softball diamond. A foul ball, and now a full count for Nessler. That one called a strike for strike 3 and out number 2 for Nessler. Now Will Morris, junior third baseman, stepping up to the plate. Morris comes in with a batting average of 4.472, third best in the conference. First pitch low and out of the glove of the catcher for ball 1. That batting average also 10th best in Class 4A overall. A pitch outside for ball 2. Now a 2-0 count. Two count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's hit into left field. It'll hit on the ground. And Morris makes his way to first.
With a who's on first single. How to bring up right fielder number 24, Cohen Bullwinkle.
Cohen Bullwinkle now up to bat for the Jaguars. A 364 batting average. He is 8th in the conference in singles. He's only been struck out 3 times this season. Morris currently leading off first. This is hit, foul ball. Third baseman making an effort to catch it, and he does. As that is out number 3 and ends the first. As we still remain scoreless from Centennial High School, you're watching Ankeny Centennial Baseball on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them. It's like we got our own special club. Should we show them?
Welcome back to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Patrick Wilbanks currently up to the bat for the Jayhawks. First pitch high and at his head for ball one. Wilbanks with the .306 batting average across 62 at-bats so far this season. His second pitch called a strike. Those 62 at-bats, the most on the team. So the Jayhawks, he's been to the plate a lot. That third pitch, wild and outside for ball two. Wilbanks now at the 2-1 count. Aren't his fourth pitch on this bat on the mound called a strike. Now 2-2 count. That hit foul then into the softball field again. Might hear that sit a lot tonight. Jaguar softball team also playing Urbandale tonight. 2-2 count for Wilbanks. Swings and misses on strike three for out number one. And now up to the plate, Brody Mickenville.
Number 13, Brody McInville.
McInville with that .241 batting average across 54 so far this season. He hits it right to the third baseman. A throw to first in time for out number two. Now Blake Bullerman will step up to the plate for the Jayhawks. Bullerman with only 10 at-bats on the season. That first pitch outside the zone for ball one. Bullerman, typically a pitcher during games. The reason why he only got 10 at-bats on the season, this being his 11th. Bullerman with the 2-0 count. Third pitch called a strike. Colton Mart making it a 2-1 count now. That pitch just outside for ball three. Three-one count for Bullerman. That is hit and fouled and behind the press box of the softball diamond. And now full count and 2 outs for Bullerman. That was high for ball four. Bullerman will walk to first. And now Trajan Dearson, senior left fielder, will step up to the plate. 31.6 batting average out of him across 19 so far on the season. First pitch outside for ball one. Bullerman leading off first. That pitch fouled into the netting. So Arndt did catch a glimpse of Bullerman leading off first. Ready to stay aware of that. A 1-1 count, 2 outs for Dearson. Pickoff attempt doesn't work. Bullerman remains on first. Bullerman leaned off again. Here's the pitch. That one lined up the middle. The throw out of the hand at second as Bullerman will be safe. Dearson getting on first. And now with 2 runners on base,
now batting
is
third
now
baseman number 34, Landon Willoughby.
Landon Willoughby up to the plate now. So Willoughby with 20 at-bats on the season, .2 batting average. One who spends a lot of focus on that mound. First pitch, high and outside for ball 1. Both runners leading off their bases. The second pitch, call the ball. Now a 2-0 count. Willoughby with 2-0 count, 2 outs. That pitch also into the dirt. Now a 3-0 count for Willoughby. 2 outs. Force outs at 3-2-1 here. That one, ball 4. So Arndt loads up the bases with his arm, and now up to the plate. Brady McCraney, the catcher. McCraney with 41 at-bats on the season. .195 batting average out of him. Now at 2 outs, any base is a force out. First pitch called a strike. So 1 count, 2 outs. Crazy swings and misses at that one. Strike 2. That pitch high for ball 1. So one ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on all 3 bases. That is hit toward the Urbandale dugout for foul ball. Count stays the same. One, 2 count. Here's the pitch. And that is the first hit batter for Arndt all season. As Blake Bullerman walks in home to get the first run of the game here in the top of the second. The Urbandale takes a 1-0 lead with 2 outs.
number 9, Luke Carridos.
And now Luke Carridos up to bat for the Jayhawks. He leads the team with 2 home runs on the season across 52 at-bats. That is hit high right toward first. And it's caught for out 3. Anderson, Reed, and Hauser due up for the Jaguars. Jayhawks lead 1-0. You're watching Jaguar Baseball on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Look, here's a phone company who wants us to use our phones less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
It's a free ride. But I already paid.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Welcome you back to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Currently, Jaguars trail 1-0 in the bottom of the second as Reed Anderson steps up to the plate first, starting the bottom of the second. 268 batting average out of him across 41 trips to the plate this season. His first pitch called a strike. That pitch way outside for ball 1. The 1-1 count now for Anderson. Hits that one foul toward the direction of first. The first base coach grabs it with his hands. Now 1-2 count for Anderson. That one also fouled. This one toward the Urbandale dugout. Anderson, not only a good baseball player, but also one who made a name of himself during this past football season. Swings at that one for strike 3 and out 1. And now Jackson Reed stepping up to the plate for the Jaguars.
Number 2, Jackson Reed.
So Reed with a 238 batting average across 42. Only Jaguar so far with a home run this season. That first pitch low for ball 1. That one is hit high and toward the Centennial dugout. The miscommunication there between the third baseman and the catcher. Catcher a little slow to get up. One of those unlucky collisions there. Looks like it was going to get caught for out number 2, but for the benefit of Reed, it does get dropped. So after all that, a 1-1 count now for Reed. 1 out. Oh, it sinks into the strike zone for strike 2. The 1-2 count now for Reed. That one high for ball 2. Two count, 1 out. That one also hit foul in the direction of left field. Lands about halfway between the dugout and the warning track. No change in the count there. It's 2-2 count, 1 out. That one well outside for ball 3. Peyton Stewart loads the count now for Reed. Out hit and also fouled off. Full count, 1 out for Reed. That one out of the glove of the catcher. For ball 4, and Reed will make his way to first. Trey Hauser, the designated hitter, stepping up to the plate now.
Designated hitter, number 10, Trey Hauser.
Trey Hauser with a 31.4 batting average across 35 at-bats on the season so far. Reed was about ready to steal second there, but decides to pull back. As that first pitch is a ball. No, 1-0 count for Hauser. That second pitch called a strike. We'll make that a 1-1 count. Pickoff attempt doesn't work for Urbandale. Now each team 0 for 1 on pickoff attempts. That pitch called a strike. The 1-2 count, 1 out for Hauser. Reed makes his way to second in time. Hauser decided to chase that one, but not able to be controlled by the catcher. The strikeout there leads to out number 2. Reed is now in scoring position, though. Grant Crowner, the senior, up to the plate now. 258 batting average across 31 on the season. He hits it to the second baseman. The throw to first is in time for out 3. As that ends the second. Urbandale still leads 1-0. You're watching Jaguar Baseball on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
All the pets in Ankeny can't wait to see us at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. Located just south of Uptown, our family-owned and operated practice has yearly plans with monthly pay options. Your dog or cat can get routine and preventative care before you may ever even know they are sick. From dental care to x-rays to our own pharmacy, we love them like our own. Your pets are our pets at Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic. Don't you think? Ugh, I love this song so much.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Look, here's a phone company who wants us to use our phones less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
It's a free ride. But I already paid.
Now batting second baseman number 15, Blake Wadsworth.
Welcome you back to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Blake Wadsworth to lead off top of the third for the Jayhawks. Only 22 at-bats on the season and 182 batting average. First pitch outside for ball one. We do have a substitution at catcher for the Jayhawks. A substitution brought to you by part of Ankeny Animal Hospital. A second pitch also called a ball. Wadsworth hits it right into center. A high drive caught for out one. Now Alexander Gutman up to the plate.
Designated hitter number 5, Vander Gutman.
Noted each team with one hit through 2 innings so far. That first pitch a little wild from ball one. Gutman out the 1-0 count. Hits that over the head of shortstop and into left field. The Gutman makes his way to first. He'll stay put. I think it was Gutman who might have had that previous hit too. If it is, that's his second in this game. Wilbanks now back up to the plate. Aren't looking toward first. Maybe think about that pick-off move. He hits Wilbanks there, and after having hit no hitters so far through the first 19 games, he's hit 2 tonight now.
Now batting shortstop number 13, Brody McInville.
And now it's Brody McInville up to the plate again. 1 out so far, runners on second and first. As a high fly ball into center field. Caught. Runners tag up. Throw to first won't be in time.
Now batting first baseman number 12, Blake Bullerman.
Blake Bullerman now up to bat with runners on first and third. Bullerman, one of the outstanding pitchers for the Jayhawks. I haven't seen too much of him at the plate so far. First pitch outside for ball one. So 1-0 count and 2 outs for Bullerman. That pitch is out of the glove of the catcher. as home is stolen as well as second. Gutman gets run number 2 for the Jayhawks. And the 2-0 count, 2 outs now. And Bullerman at the plate. The Jayhawks lead 2-0. That pitch also called the ball. 3-0 count now and 2 outs. McInville leading off second. That pitch called a strike. First one of the at-bat. So 3-1 count now for aren't trying to put him away here. I'm just going to call that a foul ball. That loads up the count with 2 outs. Long at bat for Bullerman. Full count, 2 outs for Bullerman. That one bounced off the glove of the catcher. The throw to first in time for out 3. Jayhawks getting a run in the top of the third. Miller, Brule, and Nestler due up for the Jaguars. You're watching Jaguar Baseball on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
Welcome you back to Jaguar Baseball on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Brecken Miller up to bat first here in the bottom of the third. First pitch outside for ball 1. Jaguars with only 1 hit so far in the first 2 innings. No runs to go with it. Second pitch low and outside for ball 2. So 2-0 count for Miller. That first strike there makes it a 2-1 count. That hit fouled over the top of the press box. Now 2-2 count for Miller. Once again, coming into the night, he had .071 batting average across 28 at-bats. That one is a high fly ball in the right field. Dropped by the first baseman. But they say it's foul. No out, but Brecken Miller will come back to the plate. Miller now with the 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Out and outside for ball 3. Now full count and no outs for Miller. This pitch hit into center field. It's a high fly ball. It's caught for out number 1.
Now batting for the Jaguars, shortstop, number 1, Isaac Brule.
Brule coming back up to the plate now. Once again, he came in tonight with a .306 batting average. Most at-bats of the team. At first pitch, outside for ball 1. 1-0 count for Brule. Here's the pitch. Fouls that toward the Urbandale dugout. The 1-1 count, 1 out for Brule. Hits that one foul and onto the softball field. Didn't hear anyone yelling heads up over there. The 1-2 count, here's the pitch. Allen grounded into left field past 2 gloves. Brule makes his way to first.
And that's a who's on first single for the shortstop, number 1, Isaac Brule. Now batting, second baseman, number 28, Will Nessler.
Will Nessler returning to the play again here, bottom of the 3rd. He's got Brule on first with 1 out. First pitch once again outside for ball 1. Pickoff attempt, no good. Brule going to run towards second, making it there with ease. That's another stolen base for Isaac Brule. Now he's in scoring territory for the Jaguars, as they're in search of some runs here. Nessler swings at that one for strike 1. Brule hanging off second. Second baseman going to creep in towards second. He'll back off. That pitch outside for ball 2. The 2-1 count for Nessler. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Outside again for ball 3. The 3-1 count, here's the pitch. Wild again, Brule gonna steal third. A smart decision by him, as he makes it there with ease. Nessler also walked as he gets to first now with 2 batters on. Will Morris comes back up to the plate. Let's get Morris good at making contact on that ball. His batting average 10th best in 4A and 3rd best in the Central Iowa Metro League. At first pitch high for ball 1. That pitch out of the glove of the catcher. Nestler steals second. And now you got 2 runners in scoring territory and only 1 force out off a possible hit. Morse with a 2-0 count. That pitch, another ball, and now a 3-0 count. Now, it might see an intentional ball here to load up the bases and create force outs at any base on the next at-bat. Stewart does throw a strike there. And now 3-1 count. A 3-1 count for Morris. 1 out. Here's the pitch. That one is toward left field. Is it over the wall? You betcha! Will Morris with a 3-run home run. And it puts the Jaguars in front.
Over left field by the third baseman, number 7, Will Morris. One swing of that, Jaguars have taken the lead, 3-2 in the bottom of the third.
And now the Jaguars take a 3-2 lead as Cohen Bullwinkle comes back up to the plate. Once again, Bullwinkle only struck out 3 times this season. He's 8th best in the conference in singles. Two pitches in, 2 balls. Stewart trying to ease off that previous home run by Morris. Stewart hits Bullwinkle there. He'll make his way to first. It's still only 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Jayhawks going to choose to take a meeting here at the mound as Reed Anderson awaits at the plate. So after that quick little discussion and regroup from the Jayhawks, senior left fielder Reed Anderson up to the plate now. Still only 1 out. That was a high drive to right field over his head toward the warning track. Runners to second and third. We're going to get the motion toward home. Run in and a triple for Reed Anderson. And another run in for the Jaguars as they take a 4-2 lead now.
Driven in by Freedom Tire. Now batting, center fielder number 2, Jackson Reed.
Now Jackson Reed up to the plate. Was the only Jaguar with a home run, but Will Morris has been added to that list. Fouls off the first pitch into the backstop. The 0-1 count for Reed. Second pitch also outside. One count for Reed. That one called a strike. Now 1-2 count. Reed Anderson hanging off third. That pitch high and outside for ball 2. Jackson Reed with a 2-2 count, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Backs away from it. Ball 3, and now a full count. Full count, 1 out. That one is a high hit. Ball to shallow right. Caught for out number 2. Reed Anderson will choose to stay at third. And now with two outs is Trey Hauser, a junior designated hitter, up to the plate.
Designated hitter, number 10, Trey Hauser.
Just a heads up for the viewers, it looks like there might be storms coming in around 8:30. We'll keep you updated on that if there's any rain or lightning. Currently a 1-1 count with 2 outs. That pitch called a strike. Now 1-2 count. From what KCCI was showing, it looked like rain wasn't supposed to roll in until about 9 o'clock, but then again, it is Iowa. Always expect the unexpected. That pitch out of the glove of the catcher. Anderson, you could tell he was thinking about stealing home, but decided to pull back there as that ball came bouncing in his direction. Figured might have possibly getting tagged on any attempt. So now a 2-2 count with 2 outs. That pitch outside, but plucked out of the ground by the catcher, now full count. Anderson still at third. That one high for ball 4. And Trey Hauser gets his way to first. Grant Crowner now up to the plate. Four hits so far, 3 of them coming in the bottom of the third for the Jaguars. That is fouled and toward the direction of the practice field behind the Jaguar dugout. So no 1 count, 2 outs. That is fouled far toward the direction of left field into the bullpen. So no 2 count and 2 outs for Crowner. That one high. We're going to get a steal from home from Reed Anderson. Making it there with ease as the Jaguars take a 5-2 lead. A runner from first advances to second. Still 2 outs, 2 strikes, and 1 ball. 1-2 count for Crowner. Here's a pitch. That one appeared to be low for ball 2. Two count, 2 outs for Crowner. Here's a pitch. Called strike 3, and that ends the third. Jaguars get 5 runs to give themselves a 5-2 lead. You're watching Jaguar Baseball on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Rush Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Dear Cable Internet, I've met someone I can rely on, who moves my speed and is okay with how much I work. I'm sorry, but US Cellular Home Internet and I just have a stronger connection.
Get connected with US Cellular's home internet for just $39.99 when bundled with a wireless plan, plus a 3-year price lock guarantee. US Cellular, built for us.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts. All raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Regardless, you gotta be at least halfway through the game. Welcome you back to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Once again, we are keeping an eye on that weather, but still continuing action here. That first pitch called a strike for Trajan Dearson. Once again, he came in the night with a .316 batting average. He hits that one into left field. Caught for out number 1 by Reed Anderson.
Coming up to the plate, third baseman, number 34, Landon Willoughby.
Landon Willoughby, the junior third baseman, now up to bat. The 1 out so far. Hits that one right to the glove of third, the throw to first. Bouncing kind of around on the ground there, but control eventually established for out number 2 by Grant Crowner. Braden McCraney now up to bat for Urbandale. That first pitch called a ball.
Number 6, Braden McCraney.
Junior catcher with 41 at-bats before tonight. Second pitch called a strike. Pitch streak called ball 2. A 2-1 count, 2 outs for McCraney. That hit right to the shortstop. Throw to first. In time. And with weather being questionable, we move to that top half of the inning very quickly as you're watching Jaguar Baseball on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think?
We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu.
We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic.
But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
Welcome you back to Jaguar Baseball and Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Now batting for Centennial, the catcher, number 16, Brecken Miller.
Brecken Miller now back up to bat. Once again, we are keeping an eye on that weather, but we are still continuing action here as the Jaguars lead 5-2. Miller lets the first pitch go past his head for ball one. Miller swinging at that second pitch. Makes the count even. The 1-1 count for Miller. Swings at that one for strike two. That pitch fouled toward the Centennial dugout. Swinging strike three for Brecken Miller. Out one here in the bottom of the fourth. Once again, as we mentioned that weather, for any fans wondering, a friend of mine who does play-by-play for Gilbert baseball, he might have a different story right now looking to the north. Brule up to bat now. First pitch pass outside of for a 1-0 count. Second pitch outside for ball two. That is hit towards center field. Caught for out number two. For those of you watching, it looks like we might have to cut the broadcast early due to the impending weather that is moving in. We are getting lightning here. Will Nessler up to bat now.
Yeah, just shut it down.
those of you watching, it does look like we are going to end the broadcast here with the impending weather. Unsure as to exactly what time we all will cut it, but currently the Jaguars lead 5-2 with 2 outs and a 1-1 count in the bottom of the fourth. One count. Here's the pitch. Out of the glove of the catcher for ball 2. A 2-1 count and 2 outs now. That pitch outside for ball 3. That pitch out of the glove for ball 4. So Will Nessler makes his way to first, and I'll tell you what, these clouds, they are definitely darker than the broadcast makes them look. May have just seen the lightning there. Umpire is aware of it. So the fans of Centennial looking about ready to take shelter here. Will Morris on his previous at-bat with that 3-run home run. He currently has 2 outs now with a runner on first. Pickoff attempt, no good at first. We got lightning, and it looks like we're going to have a pause in the game right now as our fans are getting ready to take shelter. We're about ready to close up the windows here. We'll end our broadcast here. Tigers